Boris, thank you very much indeed. I'm well aware that Jim's a sagging and he was stayed the course remarkably so far. I think it's appropriate for us to ask Jim Wells to come and perhaps give us 2 or 3 minutes of his own political insights into this very interesting and very difficult situation.
Ladies and gentlemen, as Horace said earlier, I took part in the first UTV Live piece on ME. I got the single biggest response I've ever had to any TV interview I've ever done. My Twitter account, my emails, my Facebook was deluged with young, very good-looking women, I have to say, who were stalking me, demanding, it has to be a fine thing, demanding action on this very important issue. I have to be honest with you folks and say that until I met a certain doctor who worked in the Royal, I was in the field of the skeptics. I have to say that, absolutely honest with you. My view of ME was not in any way sound. Until I met a GP in the Royal called Alison. Alison was at the top of her professional career. She was a workaholic. She was the leading knight in the Ulster Rural Riders Association, very keen into horses. And then one week, Alison's health fell off a cliff and she was diagnosed with ME. There was nothing wrong with her psychologically. She was still the same person that I'd known for many years. The only depression she got was the depression she got because she'd been diagnosed with ME. No other reason. And her life simply fell to pieces. I had seen the before and I'd seen the after. And I was absolutely convinced from that day on that ME is indeed a physical, medical condition. I accept that entirely. But there are many decision makers out there today who haven't had that direct experience that I've had. Fortunately for you folks, Edwin puts, I know the lady that Edwin was referring to, exactly the same, works in his constituency office. An honest, hard-working person, no hang-ups, no psychological problems, but has terribly difficult problems with tiredness and getting out to work and getting out of bed. An absolutely genuine young lady. She's probably in her early 30s. So he is convinced that this is a physical, real illness. But because we're faced with so many skeptics, and I have them at DLA tribunals in every corner of South Down, you can almost predict how the tribunal is going to go when you see the GP on the panel. Because there are GPs who sit on those panels who believe that what we've heard tonight is rubbish. And let's be honest about it, that's what we're facing. And there are younger, and they tend to be younger GPs, who understand this condition much better and who give you a sympathetic and listening ear. And I have found it very difficult because I've said to constituents, it will not depend on the nature of your condition or how debilitating it's been. It will depend on who is that guy in the middle three of that tribunal. And if it's X, Y, and Z, we can pack up and go home. Or if it's young X, Y, and Z, we have a very good chance. So that's the difficulties we face. But clearly, the turnout tonight and the enthusiasm shown, and thank you to all of those who no doubt tomorrow are going to suffer greatly as a result of having to stay here for 3 or 4 hours. I know it's ahead of you, as all has, but well done to those who stuck the course, and some had to go, and I can understand that. But I think tonight the turnout and the fact that UTV, watched by 190,000 people, are here tonight and will be broadcasting and indicating that there's like a Nuremberg rally here tonight. It was packed. We're probably well above our fire limit, I suspect. But you know, the fact that there were so many people here tonight showing so much determination would indicate to me that the message will be getting through. I wish you all the best tomorrow. I am very worried about the lack of speaking rights to Dr. Enlander. The alarm bells are ringing in my head, and if I can try and do something about that very quickly, I will, because that's disgraceful. When you bring a world authority the whole way across the Atlantic. Speaking rights. there's great suspicions in my head there's something wrong here, or maybe they don't want to hear the message that Dr. Enlander has to give. Finally, can I say, I support Horace. We need a new unified voice for MLA in this province. And maybe this is the start of something dramatic and something very important. And the fact that every corner of the province is represented here tonight indicates that you want to have that voice as well, that you want to see this organisation going from strength to strength. I know many of the individuals, I'm confident they're going to do that. And maybe we'll look back and we'll say this, it all happened on the Antrim Road in the Lansdowne Hotel, and this is the start of any patients, any sufferers going forward, asserting their rights. And we can look back and say, that's the day when it all started to go right for a change. Thank you.